So guys, welcome to my TalkLab show. Welcome. So if you do land on this TalkLab channel and one of my videos, do not forget to like, comment, and do subscribe to this TalkLab show and channel as well. We're gonna have some cool discussion points. We're gonna do a lot of amazing things as far as building a community and engaging with each other and kind of build each other up, give ourselves and you know kind of passing information that can kind of feed into your growth as an individual, as a person, especially in this day and age where we feel where we feel so segregated, even though there's a whole network and a whole platform like these digital ages where you can connect with anyone as far as like connecting online and making sense of the digital world. Even though you feel alone, there's no reason to be, because there's people like me out here searching for like-minded individuals where we can connect and where we can share some dope discussion points, and we can share some dope realistic topics, and just vibing and just have that amazing vibration, and we can kind of take it from there. So guys, do not forget, when you land on this channel and when you do see one of this the show episodes, do not forget to hit that notification bell, and do not forget to leave a like, and also do not forget to throw a comment down in the commentary section below if you do see one of those videos, and also do not forget to subscribe. And with that being said, like I said, I'm gonna be live like for the most and for the majority of this year, so that I can kind of build an audience platform where I can get like-minded people, where I can connect with on the opposite of the world. Like I said, this digital age you know have brought along like amazing opportunities for us to kind of flex our wings as far as skill, you know, intellectual pursuit, intelligence, education, a whole host of things that you might feel that can bring you value, as far as giving value as well. You know what I'm saying? So that is the amazing thing with this digital age, because I mean, YouTube is a big platform, and I'm gonna start to stream on a lot of other platforms as well, and I'm gonna share a lot of dope ideas where you guys might feel that you can kind of join the journey, moving forward. And like I said, I'm all for these type of things. So guys, you are welcome to join me along heading on my journey. I'm gonna share as I go along. Like I said, I'm gonna stream for 365 days consecutively during this year, or I'm gonna try at least to do so. But I'm going to stream for the majority of this year, like I said, to build a dope audience. You guys versus me, equal to dope vibrations and dope vibes, and also dope discussion points. You can tell me what's happening on the international side, and I can tell you what's happening on my side. I'm located in South Africa. Most of y'all probably know, of South Africa as well. There's, I don't want to say it, exactly, but if there's questions, if you guys might just happen to be alive and so forth, we can just, we can just discuss a few of these things regarding that, and some of these things might just be helpful to you and to your knowledge for those who might travel abroad and who might just want to kind of know ahead of time what's happening on this side of the world, and that can just be helpful to you. I'm gonna be here for most of this year, and from there we can connect. And with that being said, guys, so we do have a discussion point as well. But like I said, before we head into that major portion, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and throw a comment down in the commentary section below. So with that being said, the discussion point of today is very, very simple. It's a simplistic type of thing, as you can see by the thumbnail, as you can see there, and the description. We're gonna discuss and speak about the top 1% and what that means to us. This has been like a thing that I've been like, internally dialogue, conversing with myself back and forth. What does the top 1% mean? What does the top 5% mean? Up until top 20%, and how does these guys or this group of people, how did they, you know, come about that status? Because at the end of the day, you and me, we both know there's a majority of people on the 99%, and that is the majority that we know a whole story and a whole bunch of. In fact, around you and all around me, everywhere, there is like too much. They are ubiquitous. They are so prevalent. It's all over the place. So today we're gonna speak and talk about the top 1% and how and what it takes, to be there. So guys, with that being said, what is what is a top 1%, and how did this, or how did that ideology came about? I mean, you can go on the internet, you can go on YouTube, you can go on Google, do the searches, and you will see a whole lot of, dialogue back and forth, a whole lot of discussion topics and topics, on the internet with regard to the 1%. But I'm gonna break it down to you. I'm gonna break it down for you. What does it mean, and how to actually go there, or to become a 1%er yourself? That's my journey. That's what I want to achieve. But guess what? It is absolutely going to be tough. Let's start there. So, being the top 1% amongst the 99%, first and foremost, you are going to have to be extremely, extremely conscious about yourself, about your environment, and about realistic life happenings, realistic life experiences. You're going to have to dabble in the most realistic elements possible, and you're going to have to dabble into the delusional part of this whole picture. So I know this is kind of, to some people, this might just be counterintuitive. How can you realistically achieve all your dreams and objective while simultaneously be delusional? I'm gonna break it down for you, to you, so that you can understand what I mean. At the end of the day, you must understand. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to assert some portion in your mind where you're gonna have to dabble in delusion, and you're gonna have to dabble in a realistic, or the realistic part of reality, to kind of balance out what your objective is, or whatever your objective means to you. For example, if you want to achieve 100 million, which is a very is a very elaborate objective to obtain. You're gonna have to be analytical to an extreme, and you're gonna have to be delusional to an extreme. What I mean by that, just the idea that you tell yourself you're gonna achieve 100 million, you sound delusional until you get it. You understand what I'm saying? So for most people around you, and for yourself, at first, when you regurgitate the conversation with yourself about the fact that you want to achieve 100 million, that you want to achieve 1 billion, the idea sounds silly until you put the fucking work in. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you must understand, you're gonna consistently, each and every day, multiple times during the day, you're gonna tell yourself the absolute delusion that you're gonna achieve it. Because the reason why it's so delusional, and so extremely delusional, is because there's not enough proof, there's not enough concrete evidence to sustain your objective, to sustain this thing, in a realistic form. So at the end of the day, therefore, it will sound very, very delusional. The realistic part, the reality of this whole situation. So, as you tell yourself, look, I'm gonna achieve this, I'm gonna achieve that, I'm gonna achieve $100 million, I'm gonna achieve $1 billion. Now, the whole system start, because you're gonna have to put systems into place. As far as what? As far as you doing the bidding each and every day, doing your due diligence each and every day, sacrificing yourself each and every day, going through the blood, sweat, and tears each and every day, dying for what you want each and every day. And that's the realistic part, which you and only you at the moment is visualizing. You're gonna have to have a sustainable balance between reality and delusion. What others do not see is what you see, and what you see is what others do not see. Hence, delusion is what others see. The reality in your mind and the dreams that you want is what you see. Now, this is going to flip at some point, somewhere in the far distant future of this whole pursuit that you want to get. Some of y'all want to have the highest qualification at Harvard University, at Oxford University. As we all know, these are very, very, very high institutions, in the US and these first world countries, as far as what standard they have set for themselves. Some of y'all want to go there, and some of your friends, family, and people that you know might just tell you you're delusional for even thinking about pursuing that. But you know at the back of your mind, this is so real to you. This is basically your life, your dream, your goals. So at the end of the day, if that feels so realistic to you, take your feelings and now let it come and let that actually extrapolate into reality. How every day, every second, every hour you're gonna work on it. You're gonna do, or you're gonna create a schedule that you're gonna follow elaborately. You're gonna do whatever it needs to. You're gonna do whatever needs to be done to follow these type of things, these stipulations, all of the things that you need to put into place for your dream to come to pass. Because they won't do it, you're gonna need to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So make it happen. So here's the thing: if you wanna be a top 1%, and if I wanna be a top 1%, it's gonna consume every ounce of energy that you have in your being. Every ounce of energy that you had saved up. Every ounce of energy that you might get is gonna consume it all. Not to say you might not have a life, but it's better to kind of have a very low social interaction in a higher, you know, in a higher work capacity to kind of achieve the top 1% status, you know. So here's a crazy thing: the top 1% status is exactly what it says. So it's a little bit of people that reach that status. So if you want to be there, you're probably gonna have to fight. You're probably gonna have to not sleep. You're probably gonna have to go through the blood, sweat, and tears to reach that status. And now here's the thing that you and I basically should know: is it impossible? Is it difficult? Is it unsettling? Absolutely not, because proven facts is people already is in the top 1%. Hence, there is a top 1%. So let's face it, definitely not impossible, and definitely possible. Therefore, you're gonna have to put everything to this idea that you want to achieve. You know what I'm saying? So let's face it, at the end of the day, you know, being in this, you know, modern ages and modern times, you know, in modern conventions, there's two factors that comes into play with this. It's either going to be extremely difficult, or extremely opportunistic. Opportunistic in the sense of, I have a computer, I have a phone, I have a camera, I have the internet, and that can make it absolutely possible for me to kind of navigate my way through these digital ages and make it absolutely possible. But on the contrary, the difficult part is where I'm actually gonna have to put the time in, put the blood in, and put the sweat in. Therefore, hence making this thing absolutely a life challenge, a lifestyle. You're gonna have to dabble in that, and you're gonna have to make yourself believe each and every day. Because at some point, let's be at some point, let's be realistic. Like I said, a balance, a balance is not a thing that happens automatically. this is my stance on this. Nothing in life, as far as balance, happens automatically. The only thing that balances itself out automatically is nature and biology. That we can't physically put our hands on. You understand what I'm saying? So, as far as you having time but no money, therefore you're gonna have to balance it out. You're gonna have to take your time to kind of bring your money upwards, and therefore have a natural or at least a natural balance as far as sustaining your life. You have the time, so your time out outshine the level of finance in the beginning. So you're probably gonna have to take all your time and put it into work for you to have a good amount of money. Hence, you balancing it out. So a balance is not an automatic thing. You're gonna have to make it work to get it into that automation, steering point or the automation level. As far as you want the perfect body, you're probably gonna have a lot of time, and hence you're gonna work on something to kind of give you that perfect body, and you're gonna put the work in to keep that balance into play. So nothing happens automatically. If you don't work on it, it's gonna go out of balance. If you don't work on your finance and you have too much time, you're gonna go out of balance. If you don't put too much time into your intellectual pursuit, at first you don't know, you don't know too much, and you know too little, and now you need to bring it up and balance it out. If you don't work on it, it's gonna go out of sync, and it's not gonna balance out for you. So another lesson within this, you are the one that's gonna have to balance a whole amount of these things out. Hence, balance is not automatic. It is a manual thing that you're probably gonna have to work on and keep the balance with you. You're gonna have to keep the balance. You understand? And that is a everyday type of thing. Hey guys, like I said, I don't want to keep this, conversation, the discussions too elaborate. But yeah, I kind of, I'm kind of looking forward for one viewer live. If I have one viewer live one time or one day, it's gonna be absolutely dope. And please, guys, do share these type of videos if you're on the same journey. If you're on the same journey, do not even hesitate, to link up with me. We can build a community together. I'm absolutely here for that. I like to share ideas. I like to engage in conversation. I want to know what's happening in the US so that we can kind of share ideas what's happening on the side of the world. I know, there's not too much activity and too much, interesting happening, interesting things happening, in SA, South Africa. But as far as me wanna kind of know what's happening on that side of the world, I mean, you can kind of give me information regarding that, With that being said, so guys, last but not least, do not forget to hit that notification bell. Do not forget to hit that like button, and also do throw a comment down in the commentary section below, and also do not forget to hit that subscribe button. And with that being said, see you later.